Hello and welcome to Stephen Allen Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen. It's a day. What more could you possibly want? Don't answer that. Hello and welcome to the late night version. I mean, 10 o'clock's kind of late night, isn't it? Of my midday show. In comparison to midday, this is pretty flipping late night. I don't want to draw a diagram of what the sun does, but don't know why you're being so aggressive today. So on this show, I, Stephen Allen, will be going through some news. Thank you. And you can join in as well by taking a look at the chat. You're on youtube.com/at Mr. Stephen Allen. So let's see what I want. In the chat, it's already kicked off. Hi-ho Kermit says, Meghan sat with a ginger. That's because of the excellent work by Proper Memes. Where did I load in the picture? Here we go. There's the picture. There's today's thumbnail. Delightful, isn't it? Imagine what it's like for me to see that picture. Yeah. Charlotte's here saying, all cozy in hotel, now time for my favourite show. What kind of hotel are you in? As in, obviously don't give a place. Good God. Not with the internet. Don't dox yourself with the kind of people we get here. But no, are you in a Premier Inn? Travel Tavern? What do you do? I dream of a Premier Inn these days. I remember when I used to gig and do Premier Inns, and now when I do a late night gig and stay over to do a thing in Paddington, and I have to go on the cheapest thing in Paddington, which is... One day I'm going to wake up with fewer kidneys. A balding ginger, says Kermit. Good damn, that hurts. Right in the flipping balding ginger emotions. I may be balding, sir, but I'm not ginger. This is ginger. This is just the bald. I separate my balding from my ginger. Joodle says, evening. I imagine that's the voice. Well, let's hope your hotel client doesn't mind. Keen. All right, Judy Fruits. All right, so I won't read all of this. Fruits, says Joodles, and I imagine that's how she's saying it. I'll fruit you. I'll fruit you. No cafe round here, our kid. No, I definitely got the accent wrong. My guess was wrong there. And I should have known. You must have had a bad one, Shah, says Kermit, to need full 3-day fumigation. It's not related to work. Quite a scary situation, but I won't go into that. Oh, dear. Well, actually, do not dox yourself. Do not even tell me if it's a Premier Inn. Are you in a lawsuit with Lenny Henry? We all have been. Believe people when they tell you who they are is my philosophy. Well, yes, that's a famous quote, isn't it? Not that I'm saying it's not your wisdom, Kermit, but it's definitely not your wisdom. Take your time. So, all right, I was trying to set up the thing over there. It doesn't work anymore. Hello, Breaks. What? You sound so loud in headphones. Right in my ear. You are not a salmon. ASMR. Oh, it was a lovely comment. It's worthy of mention on one of the YouTube videos that then, becomes an actual video after a live stream, where Squirrel says that he broke wind in front of a friend and said ASMR, and his friend didn't get it. And we need to get that to catch on. That is now the appropriate sound when you go ASMR. I'll start doing that. Thank you. Thank you for that one. Any suggestions? Welcome. I don't think those orchids are real, says Kermit. Orchid is in the flower or from the Greek for testicle? The Premier Inn. Hopefully only here a couple of nights. Oh, Premier Inn. They guarantee you a good night's sleep. And do you know how they can guarantee you a good night's sleep? They will sneak into the room with chloroform. No, don't stay up too late. This show, warn me, this show will be over by 11. If not, they'll be like, no. Room service. There's a lot of acting for that. Oh, roomy thing. That was a lot of acting for that. Brit's here. What's going on? What's the going rate for separating my balding? Do I pay you or do you pay me? And who's separating whom's balding? What's balding? Who's doing the separating? Give us details, Brits. Hi, Steve, says Alan. I watched GB News in my sister's memory. What she called 3 sexy guys last night. Hijacked by a Ginger Whinger and Lady Macbeth. Who are the 3 sexy guys on last night's TV show? Mark Littlewood, Patrick Christie's, and Nina Mishkov. I've not checked under the hood. Yay, Statham can already. You know, Salmon. EMS, you're unbelievable. Oh, that's right, M's. That's a song we need to. We won't do any guitar yet. Any ukulele. Oh, God, don't say that. Now I'll be wide awake. No, you won't. That's the thing, Charlotte. You might be terrified that the hotel staff will break in, but you will not be wide awake all night. Not doing the full acting. Ginger McNutt is coming back to the UK then. More on that story. Well, more on that story every flipping where. I'd love to say we will briefly touch on it, which is a different section on the show. But just opening up more of tomorrow's front pages that are coming in. I got some bad news. If you didn't want to hear about Harry and Meghan, you were going to hear about Harry and Meghan. I literally have some bad news. 3 guys, you, Mark, and Patrick. Oh, thank you. So you've checked under Nina's hood. Well, the Ginge and Whinge, says Proper Memes. Who's not giving him... Oh, hey! Can't say that on the YouTube. Ugh. Try and get comfortable. Claire Balding. Is she? What do we have to separate? Okay, well, we're up to date with the chats. I think already we can officially say... The tone has been set. You're up to date. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, we should take a look at the front pages. I believe we've got a jingle for that. Front pages.
Front pages. Pages. Pages.
Pages. The front pages. We start today with, let's do a quick refresh. It might be the Telegraph. It's going to be the Telegraph. Friday's Telegraph. I've given up growing food on farm. All right. Is it a farm? I think what you mean is you've stopped having a farm. Vinted woman will decide next election. Oh, good God. My miss is obsessed. I don't know what Vinted does to get women hooked. But I wish I flipping had a dose of that. My missus spends most of her time going to and from the drop-off boxes in the car park, and I presumed it was some sort of narcotics. I was all for it. But it turns out it's second-hand clothes. And she keeps saying, like, just made some money on Vinted, or sold another item on Vinted, and she'll disappear out the house for half an hour. She's got to go down the box thing. She's got to go and buy some packaging or something. She's always like, can I just borrow your tape? Because obviously the shed is kitted up like you would not believe. Yeah, sure, it's a studio with 5 cameras, lighting and 3 mics. Yeah, sure. But it's also stationaried up the wazoo. I got me A4, A5. I've got the ability to print. 2 printers, one doesn't work because the other one's a scanner. I've got a guillotine, just in case the French come at me again. So I'm ready. And she's always like, can I borrow some of your brown wrapping paper? Can I borrow some of your string? Great, yeah, sure thing, yeah. Oh, how much did you earn on Vinted? £3.50. You spent more of that on string. I spent more of that. Oh, no, be out of the house for 10 minutes. Cheap stuff, innit? Is that what it is, squirrel? Yes, no, I've got that. Women don't seem to want that from me. Did I get to that far into the newspaper before? All right, no, I will make some progress on this. We've only done the top banner. The Daily Telegraph. Harry hopes to win back King's trust. I mean, literally. Trust. I think that joke works. Push for reconciliation means no more interviews. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah. I was wrong. It is good news. Sweet. No more Netflix documentary about jam? Little bit. Too much to ask? Home Office set to review taxpayer-funded security. You know what? I know you can make a good living ranting about this, saying, why are we paying for... It's not his fault he was born into a family that means nut jobs will focus that way. Yeah. Sure, there are other reasons to focus that way as well. You might not like stuff he said in his book, details he gave about some of his military action. Come on, it's basically We just have to pay for the security of the royals, and it's annoying, but you gotta do it. The Duke of Sussex hopes to regain the King's trust by no longer talking about private family matters in public. That's... Wow, what a breakthrough he's had at the age of 42 or something like that. Who did... What? Not... Hang on, bear with. Not talking about... You know what I said? Not talking about private family matters in public. Felt that. Thanks, kids, for moving. Just, I got the motion detector cam on. He turned over, but he ruined that punchline. Yeah. I think we also all learned that from the Jeremy Kyle show. So he's up to date. New school, new home, and new tactics, and the greatest test for the king. Not a lot of tests for the king, though, is there? There he is. Using a pen was quite a big one for him recently. There he is. What else we got going down here? Israel says patronising Miliband is harming relationships with Britain. Oh, we knew that there'd always be a downside. There'd always be a downside, wouldn't there, to having Miliband doing something. Yay, we took him off energy. Where we put him? Doesn't matter. It's going to go wrong. I preferred it when he was just considered to be, a pillock with a ukulele. Hey, look, no judgment from me. When it comes to being a pillock with a ukulele, we all do a bit of that. But I'm not trying to end war in the Middle East. Literally not. I'm going to give two flips. Whereas he might be making it worse. It's the perfect job for me, apart from begging for Ko-fi, pretending it's the entry fee when I'm doing YouTubes. But then I don't go to the Middle East and say, you're aware. Steve wraps his packages in blue roll, says Proper Memes. Have I got too many cameras in this place? The sausages. Thanks, Paul. Release the sausages. Tale of the boxing tape, says Proper Memes. I've missed something here. Should we catch back up with what's happening? Don't forget the plethora of blue roll. That's true. That's absolutely, yes. There's a lot of... Do you want to see the latest blue roll? I had to start a new one. Oh, I've got eyes bigger than my belly. Look at that. Oof, that'll take a while. Think of how many Sydney Sweeneys you got there. Oh, there's lovely. Proper Meme says Steve's missus is living on a shoestring budget for her vintage sales. Yeah, it's a hard life, isn't it? Brit says, is to the hope. Brit's gone German, which is ironic. She's called Brit. Is to the hope of getting minted on Vinted that gets us hooked. Oh, are you hooked as well? But you ain't going to get minted on Vinted. Selling stuff for £3... Look at that. That's a weekend and a half. Selling stuff for £3.50 is bad enough. I don't want to run the maths on linear growth and all that. But then you go and buy something for £5. That's how they get you. Proper Memes. No, I'm not reading that one. The Vinted Aspen... Not sure I can say that. No, I'd work with her. I like her. You're supporting a really small-time entrepreneur. God's work. Yep. Have you... I'm getting absolutely fleeced on the brown paper, aren't I? Have you got bubble wrap and shiny tissue paper? One of those boxing tape dispensers? No, I haven't. My tape is nicely up there. In fact, in the opening shot, I think... Do you actually get the picture of the... Oh, you saw it there. Can you see? There's my tape. There you go. Let's walk through. Do. Almost daily sign. Little blue roll dress up in the top corner. The nostrils of Groucho. One morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. Achoo. Then just below Groucho's nostrils, there's my tape. There's the Amazon box with a wig in it. And would you like a bull clip? Bull beep, more like. And you can't, I put them there and didn't realise you can't see them because I think they're my pens. My GB News pen and my Jeremy Vine Show pen. Back from when I used to have a career. Oh, and we're back. Hello and welcome to, flipping reflex. Honestly, muscle memory kicked in. I'd love, says Joodles, to need one of those tape dispensers, Kerms. No, I don't. I think they take up too much space for what they do. They're not the tape. They're simply the gravy of the dish. And yet they expect to take up more than everything. I'm not having it. Not having it. Classy, says Kermit. Thank you. Cash Cow is not a good alternative. I sent watchers, all kinds of stuff, says Paul. Got offered 11 quid FFS. FS. Who's going to expect that? Did sell some crack on eBay tonight, though. I sell mine on OnlyFans. Different. Are we talking about the same? Well, anyway. I have to turn the TV on and see the absolute end again. The Duke of Shushik. Oh, that's easy for you to say. And I have one. The DHL guy was impressed. Jude's. What, because you got a tape dispenser? Oh, now I'm thinking of one of those desk-based ones with a perforated, almost corrugated metal tip to get rid of the sellotape. Are you talking about one of the masking tape, proper brown ones? Not masking, it's boxing tape, aren't it? That just is on a roller. Around that. That's the kind of perverted stuff that Temu keeps trying to sell me. You think it's just for boxing? People are getting up to all sorts of wrong stuff with that. Up the A1, one of those shops. The sellotape alternative. Ooh, my. Amazon business account is luxury. Steve has a Temu business account. I got something. I got a merch store. More on that story later. Steve has an Amazon business account VAT reclaim on Blue Roll. keeps me going. I think calling it an almost daily sign is aggressively optimistic. Somebody waft the smoke alarm. That's a burn. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? There is, if I could remember how to do it, another one. But I can't remember how to do it. No, this is going to be fun. Here's where the joy comes. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Oh, God. This is... Oh, flipping old. Oh, not that way. Not that way. You know, that's what those beads are for. Hey! I don't know what's that. That's done something. It won't come back now. Okay, well, we'll just leave that there. Okay. No, that's exactly how I wanted it to go. Who could have asked for more? Thanks. Tape Talk Thursday. It's a Thursday for Tape Talk. The handle tape dispenser with 3 spare rotating round filler room. Oof. The beads. Don't focus on the beads. Never focus on the beads. Speaking of up the A1, has Chris made it? Is that why he was delayed on the A1? Did he pop down to the old Peterborough adult store? You don't buy adults there. I hope you don't. Anyway, maybe you do. Paul, those shops on the A1M are on the way to my folks. Yeah, of course they are. Why are you visiting your parents a lot? What's in the boot? Why have you got beads hanging down your wall like other well-known YouTubers? What's down the bottom? I've not read these either. River cruisers dry up thanks to heatwave. Duh. I mean, I've seen rivers drying up, so it's not that much of a logical leap to go from rivers dry up to river cruisers dry up. Otherwise, imagine what you're thinking. I mean, we went on a lovely cruise. We went on a lovely cruise down the ooze. We did an ooze cruise. That's different. That's An ooze cruise is what you can do up the A1. Pick a different river. The Severn. Oh, we had it's the wrong accent for that part of the country, but we had a lovely cruise on the Severn, the bit where it's dried up. It took a while, very slow, a lot of digging. Shopper banned from wearing backless dress. Is that story finally on here? Oh, I thought we were all over this because of I even posted on her tweet. So some woman was told not to go into post office because she wore a backless dress. A woman has claimed a postmistress, which is the technical term for a trans... No, hang on, that's not right. A woman has claimed a postmistress told her her backless dress was inappropriate. Was she wearing it the wrong way? To wear in her shop. She revealed the post on X, did more than that. She was told to cover up next time she visited. She was shown a sign as well that says, like, you got to dress it. No, you don't. It was a perfectly fine dress. And as I pointed out on this lady's social media post, you wait till they see what happens in Asda. Good God. But we all know what's happening there, don't we? And all I'm saying is, you either have a future where all women are forced to wear the burqa, or you have climate change. You do not have both. Girls' GCSE lead over boys lowest on record. Yeah, you dunce it. They still did all right, don't they? The traditional girls' lead over boys in a good. It would be nice if it was level, wouldn't it? I don't know if you've heard, but I read a leaflet just yesterday. Men and women are equal now in the UK. And there's like a whole list of stuff you can't do. I don't know why we weren't given this leaflet before. Trump to buy more bonds to fight... No, I don't give two flips about that one. I'm all out of flips. The Venerable Bede. That is a lovely pub up the A1, Squirrel. I have two of the desk ones, says Kermit. One in the kitchen to tape up half-eaten bags of food, a boxing tape one, and even a box plastic wrap dispenser. No. Oh. When I used to work in, they used to call it the finishing room, which sounds... Someone do the Charlotte joke. But I used to work in a finishing room in a newspaper printing factory in Huthwaite. That's where I'm from, basically. That's where my mum is actually from. And we used to get pallets of newspapers, and then when you've doing whatever you do to them, then you have to go around with that cling film stuff. Doing that with all the static, just you build up so much static, you just feel it. I was younger, I had hair. It was, ugh. That put me off going to the A1 places. Thornless as well, says, beads hurt, don't ask. Again, I want to, if I had the chords to Love Hurts, but there's a parody version of Beads Hurts. Ooze Cruise needs to be on a t-shirt. Oh, I went on an Ooze Cruise. We'll look at that in a bit. A Crust Cruise. A Boozoo's Cruise with a snooze. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? You'd have to go up to Yorkshire. We went to Yorkshire, we had a lovely time on a boat, had a little drink, and it was quite restful. What was it called? Postmistress, like postman, is the next stage of evolution. I see. I thought it was used to be a man, and now I'm postman. I'm a competitive athlete in some sports. Headline should have been upfront backless dress bashing. Yes. It was a very nice dress as well. I'm all for it. A postmistress is the wife of a postmaster, like manager and manageress, or mayor and lady mayoress. No, it's not. Is it lady mayoress? That one's doubled down. That's taking the mick, isn't it? That's like lady policeman. Is that what it... She was a woman policeman. Why do people get so offended with backless dresses? I don't know. Just checking on the kids. Just do what I do. Yeah, well, that's the problem. You'll get complaints. You'll have your knockers. Alan says, in case Meghan dries up, she might offer services to... Oh, can I get away with that one? Bless you for it. Did Bede reside somewhere like Peterborough later on? Oh, the Bede. The finishing room. Is that where I keep the glove? The problem with the late night shows is we're not a lot of Sydney Sweeney. Although I did watch The Housemaid. Have you watched The Housemaid? The film that she was in. The Housemaid. Squirrel, you will like that film. If you, Squirrel, get in touch. I need a PO box because if you're about to watch The Housemaid, I need to send you one of these. You'll be up to date. ASMR. Says Joodles, but she's fit AF Brit. Who's done what? Backless dress with back fat looking like a pork loin is kind of offensive in my book. It is, but then I do like a pork loin. You know what I mean? When you see the rolls and you think like, oof, I'd base that. Beadborough, got it, mate. Have you seen the film? All right, I'm in. And we've got all the squirrels. How many squirrels have we got around here? Honestly, they're like rabbits. Have you missed all of M's? I've missed it. I keep missing it. She's not being filtered again, is she? Because she's that far north. Don't tell me any spoilers. I want to watch it. It looks so good. It is. The middle bit of the film is the only bit the squirrels will watch. Julian was of Norwich. The clue is in the name. But the twist is she was a bird. All shall be well. Are you chatting on a different stream? I don't know why I prep stuff for today's show, knowing that how long it takes to get through newspapers. And I enjoy the speed with which we go through the newspapers. Although this one won't take long. Racism and sexism normalised in UK, says Equalities Minister. Well, looks like you're failing at your job then. It's a weird situation, isn't it? Well, that's not very... Bridget Phillipson, Chris Griffiths. Racism and sexism have become normalised in Britain. The Equalities Minister has said, warning young men were being sucked into violent misogyny by social media cesspit. I've often said, what you need in the manosphere is good guys. I'm a manosphere influencer. Yeah. And I tell you what, well, look, it depends, doesn't it? If you think holding people to account on whether their CV is accurate or not is racism, then look, if you've got a hammer, everything at some point looks like a nail. If all you're doing is spending your time looking around going, is there any sexism and racism going on? I'm sure you will find things. Because some people are of the mindset, if it could be racism, it has to be racism. Do you know what I mean? This is a logic. Dawkins did a lovely post on social media where he thoroughly explained how things could be racism, but the responsibility on you is to actually check details first before you just run off with it. And that will go down like a cup of cesspit. That's a shame. The GCSE resits criticised after pass rate slump. Well, again, so what the plan is, people are resitting maths and English, and they're not doing very well. Well, let's stop testing them then. Yeah, sure. Do you know what? If you cancel the MOT scheme, my car's probably going to be fine until it's not. You'll get fewer people in prisons if you stop bothering with all that law lark. I don't know. I like a bit of GCSE maths. When I was working at BBC Kent, there's one of the producers, she hadn't done GCSE maths and she wanted to retake it, like years later in life. And I'm all for it. If I had the wherewithal and a bit of spare time, I'd be doing GCSEs, ones that I didn't do. I want to get the full set. Imagine, I'm a bit of a completist, in your spare time just doing GCSEs and all the other subjects you didn't do. Do you not like that? Is it just me? Am I weird? Don't answer that one. I'd have a bit of that. Yep, Ems. Where's Ems? He's scared, Joodles, because the North has all the power. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right. Manchester is now the home of economic growth. Or rather, it's in charge of economic growth. Because instead of having the economic growth being put in the South, they've decided to get the North being in charge of economic growth. And the North has always been good at economic growth. Let's take a look at this chart. But other than that, absolutely fine. It's been doing really historically. Yeah. That's not to scale, obviously. It shouldn't start that high. What else has M said? I've missed some M's. Proper memes. It's amazing how bosses of institutions say that their institutions are systematically racist, but never resign for failing to eradicate it. I know, but in saying that, you've probably just done a racism. Proper memes. I'm sorry. Amazing, huh, PM? Oh, it's two of you now. That hole in the loo roll reminds me of what streams Harry will be. That loo roll, I'll have you know, is just for cleaning windows. You know, Steve, says Charlotte, means business when he gets his pen and paper out. Yep. Check in with the bead for the weed. I don't know what the bead thing you're right. Manchester is not the north. As a Midlander, I think you find it is. Lee Anderson trapped someone with that conundrum of DEI once. He's a big lad as well. Just be worried if the paper Steve gets out is blue. Don't worry, I'm not watching that film right now. I didn't even put the things up. Sorry. Right, next newspaper. What do we got? Let's zoom back out. Here we are.
The Star.
ASMR. Harry Donna Runner. Oh, God, it's not my eyes, is it? It really does need more zooming in than normal. Prince Harry and Meghan are heading home, partly because they're sick of Orange Man Baby Trump, say US sources. Yeah. They're coming home. They're coming home. They're coming. They are coming home. That's all I bothered to learn. I spent the full hour last night talking about this on telly. I just don't think I'd do it again. No way back to royal life. Fine. That's a better picture. Harry and Meghan will not be welcomed back into royal life on their UK return. Great. Some more people coming over here not working. William and the King are said to agree the Sussexes' move changes nothing. Apart from, it's going to be in the news all the flipping time. A source close to Will's, not that one though, says he doesn't have time for their drama. He's got enough of his drama. Because we all know the rumour that he is having an close one. We were talking about that last night on the old telly, and we were talking about the stories that they try and bury about Prince William, and we're all just kind of like nodding to each other, like, you can't say it on the telly. And I so wanted to say, I was sitting there thinking, what pun could I do? What kind of hint could I do that would make everyone in the gallery panic? And if they'd have come back to me, I was going to say, I think we all know what they're talking about because we stay up to date with current affairs. Didn't get to do it. Damn it! Damnez-vous. Back in the fold. Oh, but not in the firm. Oh, the Daily Express. You're doing ruder jokes than I do, and I am filth. Oh, you're not it's not pointing in the right direction. Wait for it. This should have worked. No, it didn't. All right. You're filth. You're filth, the Daily Express. Ugh. You probably called yourself Daily Express because of boob milk. Bunch of wrong uns. We'll read the darn thing, why don't we? Prince Harry is returning to the UK, but not to royal life, palace aides confirmed. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are expected back from the US within days for their children to start school. The King is said to welcome. Oh, I've heard he does that too. He welcomes a turn to page 4. Oh, missed it by that much. And finally, the Sussexes fly back to UK without a deal for taxpayer-funded security, blah, 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 blah. Those are your front pages. Just do a refresh. The Times has turned up and has the Mail as well. Is it over-egging when I try and do them all? You can let me know if the better format would be to do more of these later. Nice Rubes. What's Rubes done? Greetings, one and all. Fold and firm. I like the sound of that. Do you like that it's the fold? The fold, the mental image I get when you say fold is more like that woman's back that Brit was talking about walking around Asda. She'd be in Asda. It was a solid guess. My mind filled in the details, and you'd know she'd be going around Asda with her back out. And you'd think, it's not like you'll tan all of that. Why is she going strapless? Because there are some people who could go to a nudist place and still have white patches. Bring back page 3, FFS, squirrel. You've not got enough gloves. Nice rubes, Ruben. Everyone's all right. All right, Rubidoos, all right. Harry and Meghan could come back in a dinghy. They could, and we'd give them that booklet. In Easter, it was over-egging. That's a good point. After Easter, I suppose, technically. That's what we were. All right, we'll give you a bit of this, a whiff of this. For a minute there, I thought it said glove reform, but it's not. Gove reforms are turning England into maths power. Well, it's a very specific thing that a maths power is. It's raising something, timesing itself that number of times. That's what you mean. Living rent-free at the hotel of mum and dad. Again, I'd shut up about it. GCSE results and tables. The mixture of education and IKEA there in one story. King puts William first as Harry heads home. Look at all the words there. They can't all be that useful on this story. What have we got? An American academic who made plagiarism allegations against the Cambridge professor Jason Arday before he died has been suspended by a Belgian university. Oof. Anyone else get a chill? I don't know. We don't know the details, but there's some Halloween-style hunt vibes going on. I had a small row which no one engaged with on social media after someone was saying like, "Oh, it was a media witch hunt," and I was trying to say, which bit of the timeline, that you think was a problem, if it hadn't have happened, which bit would you get rid of? Is my main question I'd like to say to people. Like, inflating your claims and your CV, Rachel Reeves has done that. So that's, and no one mentioned it when she did it. So clearly there's a race issue. But inflating your CV, then plagiarism, and maybe or maybe not mixing some DNI and that's how, DEI, and that's how you get one of the most elite jobs in the land. Now, people who are arguing about this, they don't seem to have problems with these steps so far, and you certainly couldn't question that step 3. Otherwise, apparently, questioning what Cambridge did is the biggest problem here. That's the distraction. Then the next one is academics question it, and they were shut down by the force of Cambridge University. And then journalists question it, and the Met Police went round and said, rein it in. They seem to not have a problem with those two either. Then the next story, part of the story is the story breaks and the media goes crazy on it, and everyone has a big problem with that. But if that's the only bit that didn't happen, he'd still have his job. Anyway, there's food for thought. I'd love for someone of that side of the argument to actually work out whether that's what they actually wanted. City scam warning. The city regulator has told consumers to avoid unregulated loan notes. I don't really do a lot with what can you get these? Is this what Hans Gruber tried to nick from that building? Which it said were often potential scams after a Times investigation. Oh, Gruber would be absolutely furious. His brother would. Imagine the vengeance then. All right, someone's done something good over here. Let's see what we got. You can fold a lot with hands. That's where my mind has gone. I always go to Asda. Over mini-egging, says Charlotte. Brit, is that up your street? Yeah, still team mini-eggs. You're missing a treat. William the First, says Proverbs. Okay. Not Michael Glove again. Ugh. Gove in the Chaya. Gove. Okay. I need a theme. Give me some ukulele chords. I could work with that. English is so weird. Why does dove rhyme with glove, but gove rhymes with stove? There are no rules. There are too many rules. They're silly rules. It's because we're about 3 languages. Well, Joodles will tell you. We're about 3 languages crammed together. The rector who suspended the American who exposed Arday is trans gynecologist. Well, you got to keep your hand in. Food for thought needs its own sting. Yeah, dress me up as like a cookery feature. All politicians can sleep at night. They are more popular than Harry and Meghan. Grubby Hans Gruber. He should be wearing gloves then, shouldn't he? Is a loan note an IOU? I can't believe these top financial experts are falling for that. They've got flipping... There you go. Oh, look, have some of that. Oh. Uh-oh, there's a panic. You just stay looking at the graph for a second. I'll just keep an eye on the daughter's woke up. She's sat up. She's lying back down. You're up to date. What's this thing over here? Oh, that is my phone. And finally, Paul says, smell the glove. Shake a colour. Oh, I love that. Govinda Tatnat. Yeah. Cooler Shake has actually been translated as shake a colour. Should we get the chords to... Hey, dude, don't lean on me, man. Oh, let's guess. Please, someone get the chords. To which one, though? To... A-E-I-O-U-U, I sometimes cry. There are too many chords. I know. Here, got some chords for you. When I'm cleaning windows. All right. Let's get inside the news.
Let's get inside the news.
We actually, Martin sent one on Bluesky. Wonder how many people in Hitchin have taken their children to the Titanic kids slide. Shall we zoom in and let's have a look and see what's going on here. Farm defends Titanic-themed ride after backlash. Too soon? The owners of a Titanic-themed ride. I mean, I've not been, and it's just down the road. I don't know why. Maybe I'm doing this tomorrow. Defended it after criticism it disrespected those who died in 1912 disaster. That's true, isn't it? Like, how long is it before you can, because some of the childish drawings that they do about dinosaurs and the way they were wiped out are thoroughly disrespectful to the millions of lives that were wiped out by that extinction level event. Oh, look at this. They've made a volcano out of baking powder and vinegar. What? Do the memories of those dinosaurs mean nothing to you? And of course they don't, they're children. So why would they mind about the Titanic? 1912, is it too... It's a while ago. More than 1,500 people drowned when the ship struck an iceberg. Yeah, I've seen the film. Oh, Gravely, it's not even in Hitchin, it's it's just down the flipping road. The Titanic ride at Gravely Fruit Farm. You got to pick your own. Flipping, I realised that. There's me, turn up with a bootful. Hertfordshire sees a replica ship lift at one end. God, it is terrible. Oh, dear. Resembling the sinking of the ocean liner. My plan is to go there. Oh, dear. I'm going to go there tomorrow, and I don't think it's out of order if I try to get an absolute stranger to draw me like one of their French girls. Is it? It's a bit much, isn't it? Oh, dear. It's disrespectful or not? It's certainly odd. I've got a tickle in my nose. There's going to be a sneeze at some point. You're up to date with that story. Shall we see? I did get some stuff from today's news that we can rattle through. What's going on? Anything good over here? Someone, please get the... What's the call? Which one? Where's Votan? It was a luck rune. Oof. What? Did I hear you say you were from the Midlands, Steve? Hey, up me duck. I'm going on. And if you're in the know, you know. It's on code, ain't it? Brit, a slide is always a ride. According to Spit and Image, you should climb inside a horse as part of an Agadoo tribute song. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, everyone's going like, oh, it's like a Trojan horse. No one ever goes, you don't respect the people who died. Anyone near that horse? Harry and Meghan can go on the time. Oh. So, just to recap, are you not a fan of Harry and Meghan? Well, Kearns, that's a great question, says Joodles. Get your shiny Mac beep to Belfast to find out. Have they got a small submersible that collapses? 1912 was only recent, right enough. No, it's a while ago. I don't know how we calculate how long ago it was, but it feels like it was a while ago now. Although to be fair, I understand. Whenever I listen to like Disco 2000, that still seems futuristic and optimistic to me. We're going to party like it's 1999. I found out what that was like. That was not as... I spent years thinking that was going to be like a good thing. I bet it's fine for Prince. Don't know what happened to him. Don't spoil it. Derby, says Ruben. What? Hey, up me duck. I'm not... You think that was a Derby accent? How dare you? Derby. That's what they talk like. Weirdos with their weird sounds. There's a very jolly song we sang at school about the Titanic. It always felt weird. I'd say the Olympic Kerm. What? With a history, too soon for the Titanic. I've been to the museum. That's the mean. If there's a museum, it's probably not too soon anymore. Do you know what I mean? Last words. We have a diverse workforce making submersibles. It's one hell of a museum, Paul. Even I cried, and I was brought up with the whole thing. That's such a tune. Which one are we doing? There's no way the chords to Hey Dude are going to work for me, are they? I know it's not originally a Cooler Shaker song, but I'm of that era. Give me a break. Yeah, but it's just a lot of talking at the start, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. What have I missed? All I have is all I need, enough for love, enough for greed, yeah. I was younger once, this guy came to me and told me all about the money out there. He said, money, gold... Am I doing it wrong? Money, gold, jewels, wine, women... Just that one note for a good long while. Hey, dude, don't lean on me, man, 'cause I'm losing my direction and I can't understand. No. Hey, dude, well, I do what I can, 'cause but you treat me like a woman when I feel like a man. You treat me like a woman when I feel like a man. What that means is, I just won a sports. What was I doing? What, the lettuce? That's a very good phrase. Nottingham, then. Hey, up my dog. Technically Mansfield. I'm going on. Hey, dude, don't make it bad. Take us. That's when Jude is technically a postmistress. Hey, Prude. Dear Prudence. Oh, my sweet. I'd love to be able to do that. Now, that's proper Beatles. There's no way I'll be able to handle those chords. What, with my bad back? This is not what you tuned in for, but I flipping love doing this. Yeah, D over a C. You can't really do bass notes on this, can you? Dear Prudence. No, you're right. It's just D. Yeah, I can't mess with it. I could do that on a guitar, but... It's just basically a D chord all the while with a bass note changing. Dear Prudence. I don't know why I find that so funny. Hey, Prune, midlife crisis. That's not happened yet, but I'm ready for it, Brit. That's why I was going down Asda. What do we get to? Inside the news. I'm sure I played that jingle about half an hour ago. We'll leave that there. Watching my kids. Show world your closed encounters. Ugh. Boffin's plea to Trump. Well, do one if you want. Oh, no, I see. A Boffin has urged Donald Trump to reveal all after claiming the US government is hiding the bodies of 4, distinct alien species. Astrophysicist, defense intelligence expert Dr. Eric Davis reckons he has seen evidence proving non-human life forms. Is that 2 words? Were recovered from a crashed UFO wreckage. Scientists from the Disclosure Foundation, which I'm sure that's a type of makeup, say that he is bound by a non-disclosure agreement, not that tightly it would seem, and wants Trump to quash the order. Okay. Well, look, you know what I'm like on these issues. Do aliens exist? Statistically, probably yes. Have they been to the Earth? Statistically, probably no. That's it. End of. And then I get invited on GB News to fall out with people who don't know what statistics are. I think we won't be finding the bodies of aliens. We'll be communicated with. It's so much easier. You know what it's like yourself. Can you be bothered to go somewhere, or do you just send a text? We will find communication from aliens way before we find aliens. My worry has always been, when I was doing radio shows that actually were on FM when I had a career, the interference. You get interference, then maybe an alien would send some sort of message. And they've got some advanced technology. Of course, there is a possibility that it would happen on YouTube, but I don't think we need to worry about it now. I think we're absolutely fine. There's not going to be some sort of alien interruption. Anyway, let's get back into the next story, which I think is going to be about Sydney Sweeney, because what we
Earthlings, we have been monitoring your broadcast to learn about your species. I see that you have had to release pamphlets to people to say that men and women are equal. Oh yes, but who had to lug that big box of pamphlets from the printers?
the blue roll all over the place, and then I'm onto the second roll. Anyway, you're up to date. So there's the. That's all. That's that. That's that. Yeah, this is very that one. What's this? Jacko's hole in Hooter. It's not what I thought. You see the headline and you think, look, if she's got to work in that restaurant, good luck to her. But what went wrong? You got a hole in it now. This is, don't work in Hooters if you're going to be anywhere near where they're doing the shish kebabs. Paris Jackson admitted people are able to see straight through her nose after perforating a septum through snorting the things. The daughter of the late king of pop, Michael, is counting the cost of her former habits. I blew a hole through my nose. It doesn't seem like that much of a downside. How much of a benefit do you feel on a regular basis that you have two holes rather than don't? I heard it when I was saying it. The chat's already tricky enough without me posing that quandary for you. You know what I mean, though? I don't feel like I'm getting an extra value for money by having two nostrils. The one would do. You fit your finger up there easier. She said I blew a hole through. What? It's not deviated, it's perforated. So it whistles. Oh, okay, no, I see that's the downside. Unless, of course, it depends how it whistles, doesn't it? If it goes... Don't worry. Be happy. I don't think it does that. It's probably in tune. I blew a hole through my nose sounds like your next song. That's not a bad idea. I was looking for one. I knew that one was coming. Not the first time you say that today. Oh, I've got one of those. A much-loved woodland known as Penis Woods, for its suggestive shape, is being chopped down despite protests. I think we covered this story before, so this is more of an update on it. A petition to save the 200-year-old, oh, come on, it's barely going to be working then, is it? Site said it's not just any old woodland, it's a penis-shaped woodland, visible from the motorway. Which motorway? Because if it's not the A1, you got the wrong clientele. The people you're after, they're up the A1, mate. Locals said that Castle Crawford Woods, south of Bigger. How is that not in the title? Bigger Penis Woods. The tourism you would get. The pilgrimages people would be making. Where'd you go for your holidays? Bigger Penis Woods. What was it like? Just some woods. Of course it is. Why'd you go there? Let's see what's happening. Just as I always suspected, SNA is the conduit of space aliens. There is that. Hole Edmonds says proper memes. Ooh, shots fired. What's Squirrel said? Bloody grey squirrels again. If a body part drops off due to your excesses, stop. Stop long before that, in fact. That's a good... Well, it depends which body part, doesn't it, really? It's not a bad way to go. I don't think any... I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Barry Manilow Hooter could smuggle... There's got to be some Manilow songs I need to be doing on the show. Zelensky has burned a hole through his nose. Sniff wipe. I'm sure it's all locally sourced. Morning Woodland. That's, yep. It's barely going to be working. It's, septum. The nasal perineum. If your taint is destroyed by hot sauce, then it's a perineum. I was on Plank of the Week. They might have trimmed out the joke. I tried to do a joke about menopause, but actually what they mean is perimenopause or perimenopause when you do it with a hot sauce. And I don't know if anyone got that. I was trying my best. Right up the A1. Oof. Penis woods is a verb. Peen is a verb. Peen is a doing word. The carpenters always have wood. Which is amazing. She barely had enough calories going in. Oh, no, I see what you mean. Barry's nose is called a money load. I think Ems has fallen asleep. Time for a lullaby. If you could see what I can see when I'm cleaning windows. Guess what song I learnt to play today on a ukulele? I like cleaning windows to earn an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. I've been to the bathroom. Not made of wood. Good. No, you want to be able to wipe it down. Swipe and wipe. You're giving me... That one's too much, isn't it? That's good. You're giving me all the new names for treatments. The time's up, but thankfully, you don't need these stories. We've got a few other things to do before we go. A surge in youth unemployment has been fueled. That is funny. We touched on this in the audio version of the podcast out today. A surge on youth unemployment has fueled an increase in chicken shops. Get my full take by listening to the audio podcast if you fancy. Although we didn't address the fact that I'm amazed you could do those jokes. You know what I mean? Oh, the lads moved again. And Animal Crossing and Man with the Golden Brum. James Bond is going to be from the... In fact, there's a nice little joke in the audio podcast about that story. Get your send down there. Meanwhile, what have we got to do? We've got to find a way of fitting this in. Hello, I'm Stephen Allen, and I spend a lot of my time thinking of things I could say in a pretend advert to get you to give money at ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. And I was sitting there today trying to think of one when suddenly, bing, this light bulb went. And I thought I could tell you that I need to buy a new one. You know, sometimes the magic just happens on its own. And we're back. Thank you to Joodles who sent me a link. This is almost related to the Temu, the shopping. In fact, we should do this after the Temu jingle. Where is it?
Temu Shopping with Stephen Allen. Join the fun. Shop with everyone.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
I think it's Temu. I'm fairly sure it's Temu, but for those who've just tuned in, which is probably no one, I've been doing a feature on the late night ones where I see what the algorithms in AliExpress and Temu want to show me. And they show me some weird things because this feature means I click on the weirdest items. So it's been self-filtering for some weird stuff. Thornless stuff. Oof. But Jewel sent me a link of something that I did not know about. Bellevoie. Is it? Oh, is that a U or a Bellevue? Bella pasta? Bella even newer. The Pantiles Clinic? The Pantilus? I don't know how you pronounce that. It could be, if it's not English, Pantilus. Pantilus Clinic. Scrotal webbing surgery. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. But I don't have a Spider-Man up there. I've got a Spider-Man on this desk, but you can't see it. That's not where it comes from, is it? Specialist surgery to remove the extra skin between the scrotum and the penis. But I've not had a good look for a while. But is there extra skin? It all seems to be doing a perfectly functional job. I don't think, from what I understand about how facelifts work, the last thing you want to do is pull it down more, isn't it? I don't know what's going on there. It increases the apparent length of the bigger penis woods. I'm not interested, but it is a free consultation. And listen, I've had the free consultation for the hair transplant, and it's fun taking pictures of yourself and sending it off to some foreign place. So they can't touch you for it. It's the one time when you are allowed to send those pictures. Do you know what I mean? To a business, and it's not like stop complaining about who you employ as professors. So anyway, in case anyone's interested, you could go and do that. It's also known as a turkey necroplasty. Maybe I'm just fortunate then. I don't. Stephen Allen plugs. We've got it. Yeah, we've got to get that in the merch. I think, says Webbs, I'm going to buy that cat ibuprofen T-shirt from Temu last week. Great. If you can work out what any of it's about, then go for it. What's happening? What's going on here? I've got a couple of messages. Kevin Arde do Cambridge. Sounds like a top film from the 90s. He ruined or didn't notice most of the jokes. What have I ruined? Who did what? Oh, Kev, as in Perry. Yeah. Perry. Pause when your guts tell you to go back away from the hot stuff. Carpenter, I hardly knew it. That's too soon. That's more recent than the Titanic. That jingle was made with Temu AI. Yeah. I enjoy how bad it is. Spider-Man had scrotal webbing surgery. Well, I've not seen the new film yet. That's going to happen, isn't it? He becomes more of the organic Spider-Man, organic webbing. He must be all done up down there. He'll be a faster swimmer these days, but he must be all webbed. Stops your balls getting wet when you go into the toilet. Either I've not reached that age yet, or the drought round here is bad. Steve, remember the plugs Kenny Everett did? A couple of Spider-Man. No, it's before my time. I don't really remember the old Kenny Everett. Reduce the dingle of your dangle surgery. Is it? Oh, no. Is that what it is? I mean, I'm reaching that age, aren't I? It won't be long. OMG, Brit, want to dingle your dangle? I think there's another T-shirt coming on, isn't there? We don't have webs. I don't. Well, we'll find out. So let's take a quick look, if you don't mind, at some of the things that Temu, AliExpress, and Doodles have been offering me to think that I might wish to spend some of my your hard-earned money from Ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. Would it be the memory foam breast pillow neck cushion soft back support pillow sleep pillow for men and women? Because I didn't spot that for a while. It just looked like a pillow, and then I was like, wait a minute. But I'm not against it as an idea. Do you know what I mean? I can see how that would be... It'd be comfortable. Also, if you're going on a flight, that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Get one of those... But maybe I shouldn't buy one. Here's a T-shirt you can buy. Looks like Sir Mix-a-Lot has gotten over one of his problems. Good luck wearing that. By the way, in this T-shirt where you express that thing, it's part of the back to school range. You can't. I've not got the section here. You can get it up to like an XXL. You hypocritical fat. Or this. I don't know I know what's going on in a lot of things. Why not have a selection? 5 people have positively reviewed this figurine selection of what goes on at the A1. Wholesale, but it flipping is. One of 64 miniature model white film set 11 car mechanics 5 car wash ladies private model swimsuit model car no car included. Damn it, that's what I was after. Then what? If you don't have the car, why would you have the car wash? Or would I like to have this? No, I wouldn't. Also, that's not how you get one, is it? No one's going to be, I'm walking down the street wearing that and some woman's going to be like, oh, see you, because I've got one, it's thornless. Or would I like to buy this by going to the Stephen Allen merch shop, bonk on your donk. Don't really get the catchphrase myself, but you could be wearing this bonk on your donk t-shirt. And given a choice between someone coming up to you and saying yes or that, I know what I'd rather have. I don't think they're the same thing. It's described as, I don't know if you've been to the merch store, forget free hugs, why not offer a bonk on your donk to all who walk past? It's a ladies' smart on-the-shoulder shirt of the tea. Or, look, I know the algorithm gets to know you really well, but I don't think I'm there. Sure, life has its struggles. I mean, it's a cry for help, but it's a tiny cry. It's a tiny cry for help right there. Or, I think finally, this. Now, the fact that it's got an indicator that like that is a problem. But the bigger problem is that when you read out what it is, it's a electric heating pads for back, neck, shoulders. Now, I'm not a doctor. But that's not where you find your back, neck, and shoulders, is it? It's been a long while since I've skimmed Grey's Anatomy. But that's neck. You could just about find a way of arguing it's a neck of something is involved. But the turkey neck, obviously, unless you've had a scrotal webdectomy. But why not have a heated car mat for your dong? Scrotal heater. Squirrel says, Squirrel V says, scrotal heater. Great album. Oh. That's one of the great scrotal heater songs, yeah? When I'm heating scrota. So, you're up to date. I think we've done everything. Sure, I filmed something else. What did I film? No, we did them all. If you'd like, oh, we've also got the plugs to do, but it won't take long. Oh.
Here are the plugs where you can see Stephen Allen this week.
Going to order 2. One for me, one for Tracy. What, the Todger heater? I did not understand your family, Charlotte. I have made a mistake. What are we talking about? If the webbing is really bad, it's scrotum webbing. All the way up. All the webbing. Hi. Stay there. Join me over here on the butt plug. This show is filth. Filth, I tell you. Butt plugs. Friday, tomorrow, managing to do a little quick hit on talk radio from 1 p.m. Then performing, because I can't do the almost daily tomorrow. I'm looking after the lad, but he is getting good at playing in the garden when I can do kind of like half an hour's worth of being on the radio whilst watching him on the camera. So I'll be on Talk TV unless I have to dash out of the shed. Kingston, performing tomorrow night in Kingston upon Thames. Saturday morning, GB News newspaper. They've not confirmed it yet, and you never know with these things, but I think I'm doing Saturday breakfast. On Sunday, I'll be on Free Speech Nation. And then, I didn't write it on there. I also think I've been asked to do Monday morning newspapers. So Monday, GB News, 6 a.m. Again, until it's confirmed, I don't believe they want me, but that's just, again, it's to do with my childhood. But there you go. You're up to date. Yeah. There are some other places that I'll be working. People always book a back, neck and shoulders massage, and somehow that's the area I always go to. Are you the one writing the descriptions on AliExpress? The with the Octavia Hendricks played a lot of the uke ranges of notes. Yeah. It was basically like watching Hendrix, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Hendrix. Will Kingston, bold. When I'm Kingston Williams. Yes, Hendrix was an electric uke player. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Actually, I'm getting better at this, which is weird, isn't it? Might be there on Friday, says Joodles. AD kicking and so on. Oh, might there be? I'm working on Johnny Be Good. There's a strong chance. Well, I can't do it Friday night. Then I can do it Saturday night, and at the moment I don't have a gig. So possibly Saturday night, yes. Can't think of a reason not to. Obviously, if I get a gig, it will earn me more money than this, and I gotta do it. Gotta take the berries, or whatever the phrase is. No worries, Steve. See you when I see you. I need a bonker tonight. I've got a T-shirt for that if you want. It'll not... Yeah. Well, I say T-shirt. What I've actually got is a small collection of nude figurines washing a car, but that's because I was on the wrong one. There it is. Donk on your bonk. When I'm bonking donkers... You need a bonk on the donk, Alan. That's what I think as well. While my ukulele gently weeps. No. Everyone else gently weeps. The gig is more money, even after YouTube monetization. Yeah. That £1 I made on the first day has never been hit since. The Windrush stream flows into the Cherwell Valley, lovely area. So to the Isis... to the Thames. Not that ISIS. What? Gig is... I've read that one as well. So I think we're up to date. Thanks very much for watching. You can... Ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. You can subscribe to this because there should be another one. Hit the thing for notifications. It doesn't work, but do it anyway. It feels fun. And you can also look at substack.com/ at Mr. Stephen Allen. Oh, I so meant to write a couple more this week. But the one that came out at the start of the week, I think it had some jokes in that I didn't manage to get elsewhere, so that's all right. Plank of the Week is now out, the Talk TV version, and I don't know. I've not seen the thing yet. I definitely did some jokes in the room. Whether they worked or not is a matter of subjective opinion. Swipe and wipe after the bonk. Charlotte, that's another T-shirt we're going to have to work on, isn't it? Swipe and wipe. Jesus Christ, Alan, says Joodles. I wipe it on the bathroom after the... Alan. Come here. I've already promised one of these to one of the squirrels when they get around to watching The Housemaid. And I've only got 4 of them left. I know that's a lot, actually. So, yeah, feel free to have one. I won't sign every sheet, though. And fingers crossed, says Kermit. So we're up to date. Subscribe, do all of that lark. And until next time, have yourself a good one, which should just be not tomorrow, but the day after. Saturday night. Till then, bye.
Here comes the news with a twist and a grin. Stephen Allen diving in again.
Britain is in the grip of a vomiting epidemic.
He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Stephen Allen
on slavery.
almost daily
Investigating
laughs and facts served up plainly. Your dose of wit is never shady. Stephen Allen almost daily.
I've just done a YouTubes.